Unfortunately, the good old days are way past behind us. America was the land of freedom, the land of opportunities, the land that, well, if you work hard enough, you can make your dream a reality. That is not longer the case. And I feel as our choices are being taken away from us, and we have very few choices left. And the time to act is honestly right now. You need to start making plans and making accommodations for what is to come. Now, the first thing that I want to talk to y'all is the disappearing of grocery stores. Grocery stores are closing left and right, so that will put a significant stress on the remaining stores. I mentioned in one of my videos the without grocery stores, a lot of people are not just not going to make it, they're going to perish, and that is true whether people like to believe it or not. Food will become or is becoming more and more of a challenge, to tell you the truth, especially if stores continue to close. The other thing is our dollar does not go, well, let's just say it doesn't stretch as long anymore. $20 get us nothing at all. I remember when chicken nuggets used to be 79 cents. You all remember that? When cheeseburger Sunday was 39 cents. When hamburgers was 29 cents. Those days are long gone. Inflation is here to stay. And a lot of people often tell me, oh, come on, Billy, we don't want to talk about money. I don't want to talk about money. But money makes the world go around. And the fact of the matter is, we are going to lose our status at the world reserve. We are going to lose it, which is R. And the moment that happens, our standard of living from here, it's going to drop significantly down here. We may not become a third world country immediately, but you are definitely going to feel it in your pockets. I guarantee you, actually, that you are feeling it already in your pockets. So you need to start making preparations, because honestly, you have no other choice than, well, supplement. And if you live in a place that you cannot have a garden, because a lot of cities, a lot of municipalities have put ordinance in place in order for you not to have a garden, because those who control the food control the world. If you control the food, you control the world. And that has been true from ancient times to today. I control the food, I control you. So, your mindset needs to be changed into a more self-sufficient mindset. You need to be able to see things a lot different than what you used to. You have no other choice but to start thinking that government is not here to protect you. You need to start thinking that the dollar is fixing to collapse. You need to start thinking that your dreams will become a nightmare if you don't prepare. You need to start thinking that bugging out is a horrible idea. You need to start thinking that if you don't have your house, the roof over your head paid off, you're probably going to end up homeless. So you need to start simplifying. You really do have to start simplifying. How to start seeing things as what is that I need and what is that I want. For many years, I heard this. I work a lot. I deserve to treat myself to this thing. That is something that the media made you to believe, that you deserve things. You don't deserve anything. Whatever you have, if you don't own it because you don't have the title, it's not yours. All you have is debt. That's all you have. You can say to me today, oh, I live in this house, 5-bedroom. Oh my God, it's beautiful. If you don't have the title, it's not yours. You can live in a trailer and have the title, and that is yours. You are now more wealthy than that person who lived in a $500,000 house, because it's yours. There is no other choice than for you to own it. If you don't own it, it is not yours. It belongs to the bank. This is something that I have seen people make the mistake over and over and over. They think because they are paying that note is theirs. It is not. It is not yours. In fact, when you finish paying, you're gonna have paid double, if not triple, the original value. So, cut back. Be smart. Be smart, because you have no other choice to make your dollar stretch. And by you sending money to the banks and other people just because you deserve, because you work really hard. Well, guess what? Everybody works hard. Everybody works hard. Now, some people get paid more than others. Well, it depends on your skills. Honestly, let's be honest. And I get into this with a lot of people, because I have seen people with very low skills wanting to get paid the same as people with high skills. And my answer is always the same. That person with high skills can do your job. You cannot do their job. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Now, the idea of, well, we don't have the same opportunities, that is not true. That is not true. We all have the same opportunity, but we don't have the same outcome. Let's be honest about it. We don't have the same outcomes because of the decisions that we had made. So, you need to make good decisions. If you don't make good decisions, or you make decisions based on what you see on television because you want to act like you are hotshot and you're broke as hell, well, there is no other choice for you than learn the hard way, honestly. So you need to do a mindset shift. Mindset shift completely. 180. If you were wasteful, don't. If you think that you needed this, no. You really, really have to change your mindset. It's harder to do, but it can be done. I mentioned to y'all resources will be key. After you cast the vote, I have this nagging feeling that we may not see a civil war. We may not see a civil war, but all rights are going to be restricted like never before if she gets to run the country. I'm telling you all, things can happen in the middle of the night. And, he might have been up and she comes from underneath and takes it. And before a civil war hits, I guarantee you that the first thing they're going to do, well, guess what? We talked about this recently. Historically, the U.S. never wants to do this. But it has happened in the past. So, martial law is a strong possibility. And during martial law, you have no rights. And they can be as long as they deem it necessary. So you have no other choice than being prepared. Because if not, man, I tell you what, you ain't gonna like it. You ain't gonna like it. Now, I always hear this in every single video. Don't comply. Do this, do that. I hear rambles. And I'm sorry. And I'm sorry if I'm offending anybody. But you have to understand. Guys, I lived 16 years in Cuba. I heard it all. I heard people just talking, no action. When I called for them for action, you know what they were saying? Oh, no. No, talking is one thing, but, doing it is another thing. I don't want to face hard time. This is not the same as doing. Running your mouth is not the same as doing. Now, you can talk all you want. You have a First Amendment right. But actions speak louder than words. And one day, and I think it's coming soon, you will have no other option than Well, make the action count. But I'm telling you all right now, there's a lot of this and very, very little action. Very little action. In fact, let me tell you something. Let me tell you where I stand. When the mandates came to be, I chose not to follow those mandates. My wife chose not to follow those mandates. We chose to stand strong, and we said no, whatever the consequences. Now, there were talk about if you don't get it, you will lose your job. I said, okay. There were talks of, lockdowns. I said, okay. You have to understand that everybody has an opinion, but that opinion does not make it right. It does not make it right, and you have to all live with the consequences of your decisions. And there will come a time, and there will come a day very soon, that your decisions will lead you to a choice. And that choice, well, let's just put it as, will define who you are for the rest of your life. So, with that being said, I hope you have a great one. Like always, rock on, prep on, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye, everybody.